Well, good morning, Trucker Todd here, and time for another video. This is the one that a lot of you guys have been asking for. I've received a ton of emails, and frankly, I haven't had a lot to share. It's been kind of a slow process, but finally we've got a diagnosis of my truck, and we've got an idea roughly of when it'll be done, and I wanted to share that information with you. So, you guys stay with me and let's jump into today's video. Here we go. Hey, Trucker Todd here, and today's video is sponsored by the fine folks at Mudflap. If you're not familiar with the Mudflap app, they offer you ways to save money on fuel. And if you click the link in my description below, you'll receive $10 off the first time you use their app to fill up if you do it within the first 5 days. So why not give them a shot? You could save 20, 30, even 50 cents or more per gallon on diesel. And you don't have to be a truck driver to use it. If you use diesel, you can use this app. So look down in the description below for the link to receive that savings for being a viewer of this channel. Alright, let's jump right into the regularly scheduled video.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down. Flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round. For my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Okay, before we jump into everything, I want to remind everybody, give this video a thumbs up, share it on your social media platforms. While you're down below this video, make sure and hit that subscribe button. Wait a few seconds, a bell will pop up. Click that bell, select all, and you'll be notified when future videos come out. Just a few seconds ago, I mentioned social media platforms. If you look in the description, you'll see my Instagram, my Facebook, and my email there. Please join me on those other platforms, and you'll receive content that sometimes doesn't make it to the YouTube channel. Also, my email's there. If you're not comfortable leaving a comment below, feel free to shoot me an email, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Also, you guys know that I love it at Dart Transit. We're going to have a 1-year review video come out sometime next week, I hope. It'll depend on when this truck finishes out. And so you'll want to make sure and see that. But in the meantime, if you'd like to know more about working at Dart Transit, maybe some dedicated opportunities in your area, maybe truck availability, things like that. My recruiter's information's down there. Give her a call. Tell her you've been listening to Trucker Todd on YouTube. Give her my driver number of 58180. That really helps me out. If she's gone to lunch, out for the day, whatever, leave her a voicemail and she'll call you back just as soon as she can. And in that voicemail, include your phone number and my driver number of 58180. If by chance you get somebody else, just make sure and let them know too that you've been watching Trucker Todd and give them that driver number of 58180. Most of the recruiters by now know who I am. And that really helps me out a lot, as does when you share this video on your social media platforms. All right, enough about that. Let's recap for people that might not have seen the first video. So, I delivered a load here in Lubbock where I live, and I started having transmission problems. It would say transmission fault, seek repair immediately or something to that effect. I've got a couple of videos out about that already. You can go back and check that stuff out if you haven't seen those. But basically what would happen was the truck would start shifting crazy, and sometimes it would ping pong back and forth between gears. And I could turn the truck off for a couple of minutes and it would go back to driving normal again. The warning message would go away. So I got to Lubbock. There's a Kenworth dealer here and a Peterbilt dealer here, and I had bad experiences with the Kenworth dealer, so I decided to take it to the Peterbilt dealer instead. As you all know, they're both under the umbrella of PACCAR, so You can take them to either one, and they should be able to service the situation. So I put it in the shop, and it takes them a couple of days before they can even look at it. Meanwhile, somebody from Dart called them and said, hey, we're pretty sure that he's got a problem with his DEF quality sensor. And the tech, or not the tech, the service writer said, no, it's definitely a transmission. And Dart said, well, we're sure that he needs this DEF quality sensor also. And I made a, I wouldn't call it a negative video, but I'd call it a critical video, where I was questioning why Dart would pull them off of a transmission job to do this DEF quality sensor. Well, Dart reached out to me after they saw my video, because they watch my videos, and basically the truth was somewhere in the middle. They did mention this to the service writer, but it wasn't to pull them off the transmission. They sent me a list of all the times that it pulled a code on the DEF system, and basically what Dart was trying to do was prevent me from a further breakdown later down the road. Now, I would have liked it if somebody had explained that to me early on. I probably wouldn't have made the video. I probably wouldn't have been as upset as I was. And I'd have probably agreed with them and said, yeah, let's go ahead and fix it while we got it in there. So in hindsight, I'm grateful to Dart for them contacting the shop, say, hey, we think this is a problem too. While you got it in there, would you take a look at it? I would have liked to have been in the loop on that, but ultimately we would have arrived at the same destination, and that I would have wanted them to check that sensor too. Now on to the transmission. The transmission, they're telling me, needs a clutch housing kit. Now, we all know what that is on a regular manual 10 or 12 or not 10, 13 or 18 speed transmission. However, when you get into automatics, it's a whole nother beast. What we call automatic transmissions are technically automated transmissions. And so I said all that to say this. Basically, I Googled it because I don't know what it is. Maybe some of you guys can either email me or share in the comments what it is. But a clutch housing kit, in the diagrams I saw, looked like what you and I would call a bell housing. And they ordered the parts. The parts arrived yesterday. And they sent me a text message this morning. They hope to have the truck ready by Monday. Now, we'll wait and see. You and I both know they can get in there and find other stuff, have to order other parts. But we've got our fingers crossed for maybe a Monday completion date. Now, I don't know what that's going to do to videos next week. I'm probably going to Sunday shoot Monday's video, and that will probably be the 1 year review of Dart Transit. And then on Wednesday, I'll tell you how the repair process went and my thoughts on the shop and things like that. But we're going to play it by ear and see how things go between now and then. So that's what we know so far. I don't have any idea if it's covered under warranty or anything yet. I haven't heard anybody say either way. I looked online to try to see what a clutch housing kit repair could cost, and it looked like somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500, which I've got that in my maintenance account. But we just don't know. It would obviously be great if it was covered under warranty. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. You guys know on Fridays I like to keep the videos short for you guys. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and we'll see you back on Monday with something else. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.